Welcome to Mobile Rolling. After the break, it'll be my pleasure to be talking to a gentleman who's part of 5 generations of harness racing, trotting, pacing, whatever you want to call it, and we'll be back after the break to talk to him.
Here at Valley Horse Transport, our high level of knowledge and experience within the equine industry ensures that your most important and most loved assets are professionally transported with the utmost safety and welfare. Adelaide to Melbourne, Melbourne to Sydney, with reliable connections throughout all states in Australia. With the well-being of your equine companions being of paramount importance, our angle load transport trucks are fully equipped with a full range of safety devices and features. As well as providing professional equine transport, Valley Horse Transport also have multiple stabling facilities located among our routes, ensuring your horse arrives safe and in excellent condition. When the best is only good enough, ring us at Valley Horse Transport on 0499 449 151.
Welcome back to Mobile Rolling. It's my pleasure to be talking to David Smith. Welcome to Mobile Rolling, David. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Good.
Thanks, Gary.
We'll start at the start. We won't ask about, well, first of all, you are obviously born into a family of harness racing or trotting people.
Yes.
Where were you born? Where'd you start? Where'd you live? What'd you do? Did you go to school? Ever since I've known you've been in a trainer driver, but obviously I've only known you for the last, say, 15 or 20 years.
Yep.
So where were you born?
Yeah, born here in Adelaide.
Adelaide?
At Henley Beach.
Henley Beach.
There was a Henley Beach hospital there at some stage, apparently. And, grew up in Semaphore Park.
So there was
horses in the backyard.
Yeah. So your dad, what was your dad doing? He was a horseman. What else did he do?
He done a milk round.
Okay.
He ran a milk round for probably 35, 40 years while he trained a small team of horses. Before he eventually, retired from that and just took on horses full time in his last probably 20 years, 30 years. Can't remember what age he was when he retired from the milk round. That was our life, just basically. Horses in the milk round, we would get out of the milk round helping.
So before we went to the milk round, obviously you went to school.
Yeah,
I hope.
Yes, learnt something.
Okay,
not
so
much,
primary and high school.
Yeah, Ethelred Primary, and then I went to Lefevre High, or Lefevre Tech it was.
How many years of that?
Oh, that was probably 7.
A couple of years, and that was enough. Sort of.
Probably that's might have been it, but it was probably 10, 11 years I went to school.
So you
got out of there as soon as I could.
That's just all of us. How old were you when you started, first of all, on the milk round? Because did you do the milk round before you went to school, or did horses before you went to school?
We used to do milk round every weekend. It used to be Saturday, Sunday, 7-day delivery then, and
did the horses
as I got older, we did the horses after we'd done the milk round, and then as I got older, I'd do a couple of hours, 3 days a week before school, left school and went and got my own milk round, or started my own milk round at Findon, Woodville South, and my dad's milk round with at Flinders Park, and done that for.
So you never. So all you've ever done is milk round and horses.
Yeah, basically until we sold up the milk rounds, and then I drove buses for a number of years. While I'd done just a few horses. It's only probably in the last 25 years
that you've done it full time.
Probably be 84 to 95. So full time from 95, 25 years.
So you drove buses, who for? The Adelaide?
Oh yeah, Metropolitan bus service, STA and Trans Adelaide, and
gee, I bet you wish you're driving them now with the traffic we got and the people that got their licences. It'd be great, wouldn't it?
it's not too bad in the bus.
I suppose it's not a lot different than being out driving horses like the trots. It's not much difference.
Yeah, well,
with the drivers, but anyway.
Possibly.
So we'll start with your famous family. You have your father was a great horseman and had tons and tons of winners, but your grandfather, of course, is well known for having the champion minor derby.
Yes.
Now you were saying before we came on camera that his
mother
was in horses as well.
Yeah, her name was Florence. And
where was she? Where were they situated?
I think her parents took her from Adelaide to Pirrie very early 1900s, she grew up there. I'm just trying to think what her maiden name was. I can't think of it at the moment.
So then the Frank Smith, isn't it, that had the minor derby is her son.
That's right.
Her son.
Yeah.
And then of course
she was in the equestrian world, and apparently back then the side saddle was quite prominent for women to ride in and stuff. And then by newspaper reports, I don't know this firsthand, but newspaper reports from the Port Pirie Recorder tells you that she dabbled in a couple of one or two horses that she raced, trotting horses, paces.
Which would have been running around Memorial Oval.
Oval.
Which is where they had until they went to Jam Tin Park, Phoenix Park. So Minor Derby was obviously a cult hero horse in the late 1940s and
late 40s, early 50s. From what I can, I know.
You know about the horse being part of the family that he was involved with him. What did your father ever say anything?
Just that.
How old was he when Minor Derby was around?
He was 12 years old when they come to Gawler. That must have been 1948. He had a little pony that Minor Derby would work with, that he would ride track work alongside of Minor Derby. And then, like I said, in 1948, they shifted from Port Pirie, and shifted to Gawler on Main North Road and had a dairy there of 80 acres. But they had 2 years of drought, so they couldn't afford to stay there, so they've sold up. And that's when grandfather moved to Beverley, because there was tracks at Theberton Oval and Woodville Oval. So that was quite convenient, and obviously he was only the trainer, so he trained for a fellow called Cliff Dowling, I think his name was, that leased the horse from don't think he was related, but a John Smith in Port Pirie. So in latter years, that John Smith passed away, so the horse had to be sold, and that's when Mr. Ron Bernier apparently bought him at auction and so forth. But I'm probably jumping the gun a little bit just to talk about Minor Derby, because I think he went to a couple of Inter-Dominions, Perth and Sydney, Harold Park. Just one little snippet that might be a little bit odd, and I don't think my grandfather was. He wasn't a full-time trainer, because he worked in the smelters as while he was up there. But apparently one day at Memorial Oval, there were 6 races on, and he had 6 drives. He won 5 races and ran second. And you never know, the horse that ran second was Minor Derby.
Really?
Yeah, apparently that's the story goes.
And now in the smelters, he probably was on sick leave at that day and got paid twice.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure.
Actually, there's quite a lot of smelters workers that, because they were shift workers and whatever, that had horses. There's plenty of them. They either worked in the smelters in inverted commas, or on the wharf. Yes. So you were down at Semaphore. When did you actually leave home and did you train anywhere else? I mean, you're training out at Penfield Gardens now.
Mm-hmm. Penfield, they call it.
Penfield now?
Yeah.
The gardens have all died. So where?
Yeah, no, gardens are further down the road.
When did you actually leave? Were you with your dad's stables?
Yeah, it was down there until I was about 19. Things didn't sort of work out between dad and son at one stage. So I up and left. And then
Were you still involved in the horses at that stage?
I got out of them for a little bit, probably, and then I got offered a horse to lease. First horse I had was a horse called Alf's Gift.
Was that a trotter?
No, Pacer. He was a problem horse that I found out after. Jack Barracliff had him, but I got a bit of help from Mr. Barracliff.
Where were you training that horse from?
I was training that from Beverley, grandfather's place. I would float him to Days Road, what we called it then, which is Angle Park Dogs. There was a track there. Float him there 2 or 3 times a week and fast work and whatever.
There was quite a few stables around Beverley, weren't there? Because previous people I've interviewed have said that they leased stables or had horses at stables at Beverley.
Because of the fact that there was a track at Woodville Oval and the Theberton Oval.
So how
I never ever seen them tracks.
How successful were you with that horse? Did he win some races?
We won 3 races. Yeah, he I don't know how many starts I gave him, but 3 races. We're pretty modest. It wasn't much, and that was. I'm not sure. That would have been 77.
How old were you then?
78. I was about 20. 1920. I drove my first winner in 76.
Which was?
Horse called Cardiff Star.
Was that Glasgow's horse? Was that Glasgow's horse?
No.
Who had Cardiff Star?
My dad trained that.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. My dad trained Cardiff Star. Things sort of.
When did you come out to Penfield? When did you get out here? How long you been out here now?
I bought this place in 1978, and there was basically not much else out here.
Just a bit of land.
The house was here, and that was about it. But what I mean, the surroundings, it was pretty bare, market garden area.
Mm-hmm.
A few trainers out here set up out here because of the proximity of Globe Derby and the old Gawler track.
So did you come out here specifically to set yourself up to be a trainer?
Yeah.
Or you just thought
Yeah, pretty much. Maybe not
on the level you're at now, but
no, not on the level.
You just thought it'd be somewhere to live and have a couple of horses.
Just have a couple of horses. At the time.
So when did you get really serious and really be really basically a professional? Because when did you get rid of your milk grounds? Did you still have milk ground when you were here?
Yes, I did. I still had the milk ground. We travelled down to Woodville, Beverley, sort of thing, and got rid of that not long after we were here. Probably, I don't know when I sold that. Probably in the early 80s. Probably. I sold it probably in 83 actually, because I started on the buses in 84. So I had
40 years ago, basically.
Yeah, and getting serious with the horses probably after Toymaster. Probably we sort of got a few more offers.
So just going back to Toymaster. Toymaster was when you travelled a bit. Now you go to Mildura and probably Pirrie, and that's about it. But Toymaster, you took to Bathurst for the Gold Crown, didn't you?
Yeah, we done a fair bit of travelling with.
So how did you get Toymaster? Just tell everyone how you ended up with him, and he was a very good T-row, wasn't he?
That was the owner of Cardiff Star. Actually bought him in the Melbourne yearling sales, and he didn't ask me. I think he had a few people over there. He was living in Melbourne at the time, at Bendigo, and he obviously went to the sales and bought this horse, and he rang up and said, got this horse on the truck, send him to you. So that's how we basically got him, because we'd kept in contact and etc. You know, pretty much.
So did you break him in and get him rolling along?
Yes, we'd done the whole lot with him. Yeah.
So he was that Ian
Devitt.
Ian Devitt, who's now
He's
part-time
steward.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
He had successful business here, etc., and then he sold that up and bought a rundown business in Bendigo and got that up and running and stuff like that. So he's been very successful.
How many races did he win for you, and what was his? He was a very, very good horse, a very good 2-year-old.
He was a terrific 2-year-old because he had blistering gate speed. We won first up with him at Kapunda, and his next run was at Moonee Valley. And we ran 4th, and thought that was quite all right. So then we brought him back and he had a break. And then his next run was at Ballarat. His next run was at Moonee Valley. He won at Moonee Valley then, semi-final of the Tatlow. And only race I've ever won at Moonee Valley. And won't win any more, obviously. But and then
so was that the heat of the Tatlow or the final of the Tatlow?
That was the heat, and then he ran second in the final.
What beat him in the final?
Oh, Alfred, I know that, drove it. One of
6,000 odd he's driven, 7,000? One of 6,000 or 7,000, or was that his dad that drove it?
No, that was out there.
That was Chris.
Chris Alfred, yeah. And it was for Noel Alexander at the time. I think Jane Davies is trainer, obviously now, but Noel Alexander, and just can't think of the horse's name, but yeah, he had probably his first out of his first 13 starts, I think he probably had 11 or 12 of them interstate. So because we did come home from there, and then we headed off to Bathurst for the Bathurst Gold Crown.
You took him to Bathurst yourself?
We took him there, floated him straight through, which was long drive. And
how'd you go?
He started odds-on favourite in the heat and messed up. He missed the start and only ran 3rd. So basically he couldn't. He was stabled on course and he just couldn't handle it.
Too hard.
And he went off the rails. So we ended up bringing him home. We didn't make the final or anything, and I think we were in a consolation and we ended up scratching him. And come home, and he came back and he won the Breeders' Plate a bit later on in the season, and so he only ended up winning 3 races as a 2-year-old, but he won $30,000, I think it was, in stake money, so it wasn't too bad in that time. And then he went on and come back as a 3-year-old and 4-year-old and won 5 in a row at Globe at one point. But yeah, he got to fast class and really didn't go on.
Yeah, to anything else. What was he? Was he by Embrace Me or something? What was
Embrace Me, yeah.
All right, look, we've just started on your early horses, but we're going to have a break, and we will have a break now. And when we come back next time, we'll continue on with how you went from Toymaster onwards.
Okay.